Hi there. This is my new book, Burning. Very excited about it. This is a heavily researched book. I had a really fun time doing the research for this book, and I thought today I'd share with you some of the books and some of the work I did to research. This is a book about a Romany gypsy girl and a small town gypsum miner's son set outside of Burning Man. So I got to research all those things. This book I was thrilled to find. It says Gypsy Folk Tales, and it's a collection of really beautiful stories of the Romany people. Lots of fabulous pictures, and a couple of the stories that are in Burning where I found in this book and I retold. This is a great out-of-print book, and I only found it thanks to the magic of the internet. This was a super interesting book too, Gypsy Sexuality, Romany and Outsider Perspectives on Intimacy, and it's all about sex relationships in the Romany's tradition. One of the most helpful books that I read was this one, Gypsies, the Hidden Americans, and it talks about the Romany people who live sort of under the gaze of most Americans, sort of invisible, but among us. And because of this book, I met this woman, Anne Sutherland, who is the professor of sociology who wrote this book, and she became a real wonderful sounding board for me as I was writing and even read the book. So, yeah, she was a great help to me. And then I have another book called Gypsy Folk Tales, thrilling, wonderful, interesting stories. This one is in print, so you can get a hold of this one more easily. And let's see. This one was really interesting too. Romany Legal Traditions and Culture, Gypsy Law, also in print. So if you want to do some light reading before bed, you can dig right in. Along with researching Lala White's family's background, I also researched Burning Man, which is this incredible art, music, cultural festival that takes place in the middle of the desert in Nevada, which is where my story is set. And that was really wonderful. I got to connect with a lot of burners and learn a lot about that festival. And I also researched gypsum mines because the story is set in a crumbling town based on a real town called Empire, Nevada. My fictional town is called Gypsum, Nevada. And so I got to speak with a gypsum miner. This is my cat. This is Muffin. Muffin, say hi. So I've got a couple of these running around. Anyway, when I was in school, I remember thinking that research papers were boring and that research was a waste of time and that I'd rather just be writing fiction. But I have really discovered through my writing that my best fiction comes from research. In fact, Sacred, my first book, was also a heavily researched book. I did a ton of Kabbalah research, not all of which made it into the first book, but a lot of it made it into the sequel, Splendor. So I'm really excited that this will be coming out in November. So I'm a big fan of research. I think that the advent of such easy information that we have today is magical, and I encourage everyone, if you have a question, just type it into Google and see where you go. All right, that's all.